Travis Wingate, so I wasn't going to do a video today, but now I'm doing a video today. It's a sequel, you can say, for the Book of Mormon, or Doctrine and Covenants encoded messages of the last days. This one is that the encoding was for Mormons to save America's Constitution when it will be threatened by the Kingmen. From Joseph Smith's July 19th, 1840 talk, which of course Brigham Young wanted nothing to do with being in his Doctrine and Covenants. Joseph Smith talks about the following. Even this nation will be on the very verge of crumbling to pieces and tumbling to the ground. And when the Constitution is upon the brink of ruin, this people, thus Mormons, will be the staff upon which the nation, America, shall lean, and they shall bear the Constitution away from the very verge of destruction. So how do you destroy the Constitution? Well, obviously Nicolas Cage. In the movie National Treasure, attempted to save the Constitution by stealing it. So is that what we're supposed to do? Steal the Constitution? No. It has nothing to do with the document. It's the principles of life, liberty, and property. That's what's understood in the Constitution amendments for the pursuit of happiness in the Declaration of Independence. And so then we go to Mosiah chapter 29. And again, remember, the Book of Mormon is encoded because in 1981, when the triple combinations were compiled with the footnoting that corresponded with the Bible that had already been done in 79, the curriculum missionaries who were involved in the project did the best they could with research to try to decode a lot of the names and the places and other words to identify the actual name, place, and word that was supposed to be used. And thus I did the other video about the encoding that Joseph said that his church was going to be usurped. And that talk that I quoted from at the beginning here was where he says, yeah, you guys are going to betray me. You are going to be my enemy. You're going to want me dead. And sure enough, as I've done my church history research, that's what I found. And by knowing the actual church history, I can now better understand the coding that's taking place in not just the Doctrine and Covenants, but in the Book of Mormon as well. That's why it's plagiarized. Those of you who are critics of the church, is because it was specifically written as a warning message to America that those who join the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints were supposed to be taught and raised up to one day save America from the returning threat that Joseph Smith Sr., as I've already done the video about, using Canandaigua, New York, as the key location for where it all took place. There's three main people that all confirm that the Book of Mormon was written as a warning against a future return threat to America. See, I had to stop or silence a video while I'm doing this because I wasn't going to do it. I was thinking at the beginning, do I want to do a video? I read over it, and then I remembered, oh yeah, Mitt Romney. He's been making the news lately again. Remember, Mitt Romney was to say yes to both counts against Trump in the Senate hearing, the Senate trial, and he only said yes to one of them. He said no to the other, and Trump was acquitted. If Romney had said yes to both, Trump still would have been acquitted. His one vote wouldn't have been enough. Mike Lee, the other Mormon, also was a part of acquitting Trump. Now, what are we witnessing now? Under coronavirus, after Trump has been acquitted, he now can get away with anything. Except the military guy said, no, I am not going to unleash the military on the United States. You can do it in D.C., but we are not doing it in the streets of America. And Trump got mad, he got mad, they both got mad, Trump backed down. And so eventually Trump's going to fire him so that another guy will step in who will do what Trump asks, just like he finally got Barr in the Attorney General position. This is right from Mosiah chapter 29. See, Mosiah 29 is where King Mosiah gives up the throne because the birthright blessing son says, nah, I don't want the throne, I want to go preach to the Lamanites. And so he decided, rather than give it to the second born son, he was just going to create a rule of judges with a law of Mosiah after he leaves. Constitutional republic. And so 17. For behold, how much iniquity doth one wicked king cause to be committed, yea, and what great destruction. Yea, remember King Noah, his wickedness and his abominations, and also the wickedness and abominations of his people. Behold, what great destruction did come upon them. And also, because of their iniquities, they were brought into bondage. Because of their iniquities? Yes, consequences. You may think that you're not in bondage, but if you work for an employer, they sit at a desk, they go golfing, they take trips around the world on your labor. As maybe you're lucky enough to get a home without needing your spouse to also supplement the income to support the two of you and a family. And cars and all the nice luxuries that come with it. But it's still not equal to the boss whom you slave for. Slavery has not gone away in this country. And were it not for the interposition of their all-wise Creator, but behold, he did deliver them, blah, blah, blah. And I say unto you, you cannot dethrone an iniquitous king, save it be through much contention and the shedding of much blood. That's what we're witnessing with these protests. Trump is escalating the murder of Americans. He wants the police to do it, though. He's a coward. He talks the talk, oh, I can shoot somebody on 5th Avenue and get away with it. Then try it. You pull the trigger, Quit asking other people to pull the trigger for you. He's a coward. For behold, he has his friends in iniquity, and he keepeth his guards about him. What did he put up around the White House? His border wall? Huh. That was quick and easy. And he teareth up the laws of those who have reigned in righteousness before him. This is the process by which the Joseph Smiths warned that the Constitution would be in great danger, and that we as Mormons were supposed to rise up and say no. But that's how the Constitution is threatened. Not the document, the laws contained in the document. They have already been put in danger. They've never really been followed in America. We aren't really a constitutional republic. You have Democrats who say, oh, well, we need to be a democracy. Democracy is in jeopardy. Do you know what a democracy is versus a constitutional republic? Completely different governmental systems. And democracy is not ordered in the Constitution. A constitutional republic is ordered in the Constitution. Sections 4 and 6, or Articles 4 and 6. And so, Republicans claim that we're supposed to be a republic, but a representative republic. They don't follow the Constitution, because for them a representative republic is fascism, tyranny, dictatorship, which presents security for the big guys, the king and his friends. And so this is what was warned as to how the Constitution would be destroyed. And whosoever doth not obey his laws, he causeth to be destroyed. He first fires them, now he's destroying us. Because we, the people, will not allow him to do what he's done. And yet Trump is saying, hey, I'm going to get these police to put more knees on necks. Because it was great when they pepper sprayed them. Alright, let's go to the coded parts. King Yachab. Well, alright, so right before the Christ comes to America, again, it's all encoded. Let's see, verse 9 and 3 Nephi chapter 7. Now this secret combination, which had brought so great iniquity upon the people, did gather themselves together, and did place at their head a man whom they did call Jacob. And they did call him their king. Therefore he became a king over this wicked band. And he was one of the chiefest who had given voice against the prophets who testified of Jesus. Alright. Okay. And he had to flee because his group was not as big, but they were joined by dissenters. He flattereth them that there would be many dissenters, and they became sufficiently strong to contend with the tribes of the people. And so there we see that they understood that it was going to be the secret combination, as they refer to it, that were going to infiltrate America and rise up into position and place a king on the throne. There's another example of this with Captain Moroni. Let's see if I can remember. Letter A. Horan. Oh, yeah. No, don't exit. A. Horan. There's 37 of them. I don't want 37. I'm not gonna have to search through it then. There's Alma 30, 40, where he fills the seat of the Father. Obtain the judgment seat. Favor the freemen. So yeah, it's around here, isn't it? He retains the judgment seat. There we go. Alma 51. Verse 5. Now, Captain Moroni and and he wrote a letter to Pehoran saying, "Hey, where's the support for our troops as we're fighting the Lamanites? And, I'm going to come in there and destroy you if you don't give us aid." It turns out that Pehoran was dealing with the Kingmen, who were trying to take over Zarahemla, the capital city. And so verse 5 here in Alma 51, "It came to pass that those who were desirous that Pehoran should be dethroned from the judgment seat were called Kingmen, for they were desirous that the law should be altered, the law of Mosiah, the Constitution, should be altered in a manner to overthrow the free government and to establish a king over the land." This is the threat to America, is to return to a monarchy. What has Trump done? What does he want to do? What does he tell us he wants to do? He wants to be king. It's not complicated. If you hate America, and if you want Trump to be king, you're going to be putting thumbs down on my videos. But as Mormons, you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to say, no. But did you? Nope. You're the ones putting thumbs down on my videos. And so, that's what the Book of Mormon is warning us about, as they swore to drink the blood of Moroni. But where's President Nelson in all this? Is he saying, "Hey Mormons, we need to save the Constitution, let's go build Zion," because it's not here in Utah, is it? Again, if you do not flee to Zion, you have to take the sword to fight for your life. So is Utah a land of peace, a city of refuge? No, it's not, which means it's not Zion. It is not a free government here in Utah. In fact, they support Trump. Nelson will not stand up to Trump. He will not condemn Trump. Nathan stood up to David, said, "You had Uriah murdered, so that you could have a little wing-a-ding with Bathsheba. I want you to know God's not happy. You lost your exaltation. Where's Nelson standing up for America? He's not. All those who aid and abet the Kingmen are traitors to America. So Mormons, are you a traitor to America? Would you rather be Russian than vote Democrat in the 2016 election? Uh-oh. I saw your Facebook post back in 2016. I know exactly how you voted.